Evet. Bismillah. Afiyet olsun. Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Shaykh Efendi said, "You are not feeling the pain of Muslims because your heart is dead. You are living dead. I feel this way and cannot cry when I make dua. What is the way for me to make my heart alive again?"
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Destur. Mered. Yes. This month of Ramadan, when we are nice and comfortable, eating and drinking, where majority is diving into the food and during iftar time, right now, there are millions of Muslims everywhere who hardly have a little bit of what we have. We just saw something. One of our brothers putting it, showing one whole family, maybe 12 people, sitting from Somalia. They're sitting, they're making a dua in a circle. Father, the mother, the children, the grandfather. And in front of them is one bowl, like this big, for 12 people. And inside that bowl, maybe 1/4, 1/3 filled with soup. These are Muslims. These are good people. These are people who don't take anyone else's rights. These are poor people. These are people who worship day and night. These are people who don't see haram, who don't say haram. These are people who laugh and they cry. These are people like you and me. As we are eating and drinking, they are also eating and drinking. But that whole family of 12, they are breaking their fast with one bowl of soup. And that is all that they're going to eat the whole day. How are you going to make your heart to cry? If we are going to be surrounded by all this luxury, how are we going to make our hearts to be alive when it's continually being deadened by what we see on the television, what we see in the theater, what we see in everywhere now, Facebook, everywhere, but it's not reminding you of Allah and His Prophet? Of course your heart is going to be dead. You think that time the zikr of Allah is just to sit one time, half an hour, everywhere say Allah, 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 and then your heart is going to become alive? If you're not thinking of Allah, and you're not walking with Allah, and you're not seeing things with Allah, that time your heart is dead no matter how many times you say Allah, because you're not using it. That time when you walk, and when you see, and when you work, and when you read, and now everybody is knowing everything. Everybody knows the news, what is happening in Africa, in China, in Russia, everywhere. They know. But they're not taking lesson. Why is that? Because they're surrounded by this luxury. They're surrounded by things that don't make you to be reminded of Allah and His Prophet, to be reminded of the Ummah, to be reminded of the reality of what is happening here in this world. Of course our hearts are going to be dead. Because all that we are going to worry about is what we're wearing. Oh, should I wear this shirt or that shirt? I don't know. Should I wear this dress or that dress? Should I wear this or that? I'm very upset because I don't get what I want. Definitely your heart is going to be dead. You can memorize Quran as much as you want. You can memorize whole Quran. You can memorize all 4 books, 104 books you can memorize. But this is when Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying that religion is not going to pass beyond your throat. You're just saying it. It hasn't entered into your heart. You don't need to know so much Quran. You don't need to know so much tariqat, spiritual, Sufi things. You will have sincerity. Yes, that time you're going to sit and you're going to remember Allah. You're going to remember Prophet ﷺ. You're going to remember his ummah. And at least you're going to say when you're eating something, when you're drinking something, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah, Shukr, Astaghfirullah, Ya Rabbi. Month of Ramadan is supposed to make us to think that way. But no, month of Ramadan, the ummah is not thinking this. They have deviated from the way. So yes, don't be surrounded by things that deaden your hearts. Surround yourself with things that makes your heart to become alive. That time, you are going to look at your life. That time, you're going to think, Astaghfirullah, Ya Rabbi, forgive me. I was complaining to you so much because I didn't get what I want, because I didn't get to buy this, because I didn't get to wear this. I'm complaining to you. Forgive me. There's a time more faith is going to enter. Yes. Of course, we can say that especially in America, we are not surrounded by poor people. They take all the poor people, they put them somewhere. In the old days, you come out in the streets, even in so many different countries in this world, you come out and you see old people, you see cripples, you see poor people, you see beggars everywhere, and that must make you, if you have faith, if you have the Spirit, must make you to understand your Lord and yourself. And you can say, Shukr, Ya Rabbi, He's going to teach you generosity. But now, no. They're putting everything aside. What they put, commercial, billboards, everything, only to remind you of a luxury, but never to remind you even to be thankful of what Allah has given to you, but to put a desire into your heart that you can never quench, a desire you can never fulfill. Just a desire to say, I want, and I want, and I want, and I want. And how many times we have seen this happening? And now they're using Ramadan and Eid, a time for eating and drinking and shopping. Shopping. Meaning to buy, to get into this system, capitalist system. So, surround yourselves with good things, you will get good. Surround yourselves with bad things, you will get bad. Holy Prophet ﷺ, I believe, said, you want to see the character of a man? Look at who he hangs out with. Look at who his friends are. You will know his character. That just doesn't mean the physical people around you too. Check our lives. What are we being busy with? Shopping. What are we being busy with? Material things. Those are the things that we are putting it in our heart. And definitely it's not going to make us the heart to quiver. But if you're reminding yourselves, if you're surrounding, if you're reading the news that I say you can see everywhere now, when you are surrounding yourself with the news, what is happening in Syria, what is happening in Somalia, what is happening in Burma, what is happening in China, what is happening, it's almost every Muslim country, isn't it? At least to see that, to be busy with that. I'm looking in everyone's Facebook. Muslims, they're getting sorry because the actor of Sopranos, he died. Huh? They're putting like obituary kind. Oh, he died. Shocking. What a waste. But their own ones who are so close to them, they forgot. So, it's time that we learn how to become an ummah. Start with learning how to become a jama'at. Be in a good jama'at, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This much is enough for that.